Trump breaking news: Putin's bet on Trump. Even while the outcome of the Russian election is obvious, it is far from guaranteed whether Vladimir Putin will once again have Donald Trump as his American counterpart following the November election. This is true regardless of whether the United States holds elections or not. On Saturday, it will have been 2 years since Putin began his full-scale invasion of Ukraine, which led to sanctions on Moscow imposed by the United States. Propagandists from the Kremlin have made it clear that they would prefer it if Republican frontrunner Donald Trump were to run for president again, since they believe he would better represent their interests. However, when Putin told Russian state media this month that he actually thinks Joe Biden would be better kept in office as president of the United States due to his predictability, the Kremlin's message became more ambiguous. Biden has blamed the Russian leader for the downfall of Alexei Navalny, the leading opposition figure in Russia in recent years, and the interview took place before his passing. Putin has labeled Biden a killer even before the war began. Is Putin being serious about his preference for the more experienced Biden? I don't believe for a second Putin actually would really prefer Biden over Trump, Brian Taylor, author of The Code of Putinism, admitted to Newsweek. It would be to Putin's advantage for Trump to return to the country because his views on supporting Ukraine and the fight against Russia are so drastically different from Biden's. Taylor, a politics professor at Syracuse University in New York, speculated that Putin is hoping this would transpire because he feels that if Russia can weather the next year without interference from Trump, he will essentially have free reign in Ukraine. I believe that's how he'll see things. Even though it might not be true in actuality, there was a lot of criticism of Trump's alleged ties to Putin while he was president, and the current GOP frontrunner refrained from agreeing with U.S. intelligence that Putin had intervened in the 2016 election on Trump's favor. In addition to calling Putin clever and boasting about his cordial relationship with the Russian leader, Trump has said, without elaborating, that he could put a stop to the conflict in Ukraine that Putin caused within 24 hours, taking on NATO during his presidency. Trump made fun of NATO, a topic he brought up again on February 10 at a rally in South Carolina, threatening members who failed to meet a 2% minimum defense spending commitment with whatever the hell they want. Putin was probably listening. According to Taylor, Biden and Trump are totally different when it comes to European security, the transatlantic partnership, and the conflict in Ukraine. Both are friendly to Vladimir Putin, but one is more so than the other, according to Taylor. A character like Trump would bring disruption to the transatlantic relationship and doubts about the alliance's stability, which would benefit Russia, according to Ken Osko, a history professor at the Colorado School of Mines. Putin can still use concerns about the survival of the alliance as a talking point, regardless of whether Trump succeeds or fails in his bid for the presidency, the single biggest win traceable to any Russian leader since 1949. Osko told Newsweek of Putin's initial success. Every Russian leader from Joseph Stalin onward has sought to undermine NATO cooperation, while Kremlin propagandists may have rejoiced over Trump's 2016 triumph. The fact that he continued many of the Obama-era sanctions and policies against Moscow during his presidency showed that he was not the Russia-friendly ally they had anticipated. Russia would certainly welcome Trump, but they haven't had much luck with him. According to Oleg Ignatov, a senior Russia expert at the International Crisis Group, a Brussels-based NGO, as he explained to Newsweek, he was too unpredictable for those people. Despite his campaign pledge, he was unable to mend fences with Russia.